Hello, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber, and welcome if you're new. My name is Larissa, and today we are going to talk about Adderall XR and my experience so far. Now, if you're one of my 116 current subscribers, first of all, thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. I just want to say, I know this sounds kind of confusing, okay? I just put a video out a couple weeks ago about why I had to stop taking Adderall, and now all of a sudden I'm putting out a video about what it's like to be on Adderall XR. I probably explained it in that video if you had a chance to watch it, but if not, back in May, I stopped taking my Adderall. It was kind of causing some problems, and if you go check out that video, you'll see what kind of problems I'm actually talking about. And I literally just put a video out about it like 2 weeks ago or so. It really hasn't been that long. Back in, I think, September, because it's October now. So as you can see, it had been a couple months before I actually got the story out. But ever since the beginning of September, I was really thinking about getting back on some sort of medication. It just hasn't been working out the way that I thought it was going to. I thought that I'd be able to make life changes and it would really help my ADHD, and I just haven't had the time or capacity to really commit to making those life changes yet. And it was starting to take a toll on me again. I just felt like everything was kind of falling apart, so I decided to look for more solutions. I really wanted to make sure to get that video out before I started taking Adderall again because I didn't want it to be too confusing, but that's the scoop on that. Alright, back to what we're talking about today. Last Friday, I had my doctor's appointment. Usually they're spaced out several months apart, but I had my doctor's appointment and I talked to him about maybe trying Adderall XR. Sometimes it's called XR, sometimes it's called ER, but I just want to let you know that throughout the duration of this video, I will be referring to it as Adderall XR just because that's, for some reason, what's in my head right now. When I mention it, I'm actually talking about the generic form because Adderall does have a generic form that tends to be on the more affordable side than the name brand Adderall. Before I went to the doctor, I was thinking about possibly trying Vyvanse, but Vyvanse is really expensive and it doesn't have a generic form yet. So I think I'm gonna have to wait a little while to try that one out and see if it works any better or has even fewer symptoms. But for now, we're just talking about Adderall XR. In the weeks leading up to going to my doctor's appointment, I had been trying to take 2 5-milligram Adderall IR or instant release tablets in the morning, and it just really wasn't helping me as much as I thought it was going to. I thought I would get at least a little bit of help since my previous prescription had been 15 milligrams of IR, and it just really wasn't doing anything. I was still having pretty strong symptoms of ADHD. So I asked my doctor about XR, and he thought it would probably be a good idea to try it. Now, I will say that XR is definitely more expensive than IR. So my IR prescription was around $40 a month. This one's gonna be around $100 a month. So it definitely does take a toll on the wallet, especially if you don't have insurance that covers that medication, which I don't, so I have to pay for it out of my HSA account. I started taking the Adderall XR last Saturday, and it's currently Thursday. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clips for you of the days leading up to today, and then after that, I'll tell you today how I'm feeling. Hey guys, so I just got to work. I took my pill at around 8:53, I think, so it's been almost an hour. I feel like it has started to kick in. I mean, I feel like it probably did kick in a while back, but that's something that I've actually noticed with this is that I don't feel like it's like, I don't feel that overwhelming rush of like, oh, it's kicked in, you know what I'm saying? Like that was part of the parts that I didn't really like, because as soon as I felt that rush, it was like all of a sudden a switch turned on and like I was completely different. So I still feel like I have a grasp on like my personality right now. I still feel like I could go laugh with somebody. I still feel like, I mean, I was singing in the car. I don't feel like super serious, I guess is what I'm saying. However, I'm starting to get cotton mouth. That's something that I have noticed is like, obviously I'm gonna get cotton mouth. And also quite surprisingly, I am hungry right now, but I'm fasting until around 11 o'clock, so I'm not gonna eat. But I do feel hungry. Like last night, I was able to feel hungry around dinner time. I was able to feel hungry throughout the day, and I snacked a little bit, so that was nice. I am still in the honeymoon phase though with this, so back when I very first started taking Adderall, first time ever, it was great and I loved it. And I mean, I could definitely notice that it really kicked up my productivity a lot, it kicked up my focus a whole lot. And then it took a little while before things started to go downhill with the symptoms. Now, I can't particularly remember, since I literally just made a video about the bad symptoms I had, I don't really know where I was at in life when I stopped taking my Adderall. It was back in May that I stopped taking it just because I was going out of town. I was like, I don't really need this. But before that, I had been experiencing issues, and I can't quite remember what my life was like back then or what my eating habits were and stuff like that, because I wasn't actively making a video about it, and I should have done it as soon as I stopped taking it. I should have made that video, but instead I waited a couple months. So now I don't remember exactly what could have caused those symptoms. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go into work, and this is my first day being at work with this new medication. The last 2 days have been the weekend, obviously, so I've been taking them during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I just stayed home pretty much all day. If I wanted to do something though, I was able to get up and go do it pretty well. So I was focused in that mindset. I also wasn't irritable. Me and my boyfriend actually had 2 really good days over the weekend. I was kind of scared that I was gonna get emotional and pissed off and irritable, but I honestly didn't feel any irritation at all. So I feel like maybe this ER or XR, whatever you want to call it, maybe like smooths down the beginning and end of the effectiveness of the medication. So hopefully that's the case, but I'm gonna go into work and get some stuff done, and I'll see you guys afterwards to tell you how it went. All right, I'm back in my car. I was just here, wasn't I? No, it's been a couple hours. It's about 3:45 and I'm still feeling good. I haven't noticed anything out of the ordinary yet. In fact, I was actually hungry for lunch today, which was awesome. I'm actually kind of hungry right now because I didn't finish my lunch because I was in a meeting and talking to some people. So I'm really happy that my appetite stayed consistent, because that's kind of one of the bad things when I was taking Adderall instant release. I lost my appetite and I would just be like super just malnourished, I guess, like not eating anything, and I didn't want that to really happen this time either. I also have been drinking a lot of water because my mouth has been super dry and tacky, so I have cotton mouth for sure, which doesn't really bother me that much because it just like makes me want to drink more water. So that's kind of it's kind of okay with me. I've just felt really focused. I haven't felt like too focused though. Like I haven't felt, I haven't been like 90 to nothing. I've just been like, okay, this needs to get done, let's do it. Knock that out. This needs to get done, let's do it. Knock that out. And I've been more involved in meetings and not as distracted in meetings. So we had a meeting today where I was actually involved in taking a lot more initiative to bring things up and talk about things, which I really appreciated myself doing. I was like, pat on the back. Oh, I just spilled water all over. Oh my god, it's getting in between my legs. But basically I was like, ooh, kudos to me, because I was actually asking questions and talking a lot more than I usually do. And for some reason I just felt a lot more, like, not really bold, but I don't know, I almost was like less socially awkward, I guess. And as far as how my personality feels, like inwardly, I'm still not like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically when I wasn't taking anything, I just didn't really feel like, I wasn't like depressed or anything. I just wasn't super happy. Like, you know how sometimes you might have like a good day where you're just so happy and like you're talking to people and you're laughing and like you're just having a good time. And it's been honestly a long time since I feel like I've had one of those really good days. So I'm working on the side to figure out what I can do to feel really good like that. Maybe it's changing my diet and eating like super healthy things. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's gonna happen when I stop using my phone, because I've actually deleted Facebook on my phone. That's gonna be another video, but maybe that will help me like feel good, like inside and out, you know what I'm saying? Like more like present and excited to like own the day. I don't know. We'll see. But so far today, my first day at work with Adderall ER or XR, has been good. It's been good. So I'm kind of eager to see what happens tonight, and hopefully I don't crash. So fingers crossed. Hey there. It's been a couple days since you last saw me. The last time you saw me, I was talking about wondering if I was going to be irritable the night that I last saw you. I'm here to tell you that I was a tiny bit irritable, but I think I can brush that off as hangry. It definitely is nowhere near as irritable as I used to be when I was on Adderall IR. That was bad. I was like super pissed, like if someone breathed, namely my boyfriend. I don't know why, but if somebody breathed, I was like, shut up. I've been able to kind of like hold on to my sense of humor. And also today, I kind of felt like I lost my appetite a little bit, but I was able to eat. On Adderall IR, I was not able to eat, like even if I wanted to. It was just like, I just didn't want to do it. It was like it was like a pain in the butt having to force myself to eat a sandwich. Now today I did eat half of a sandwich, so that's good. I also have a banana because I know that dinner is probably gonna be a little bit late tonight, so I'm gonna have this banana to hold me over. It also is a good source of potassium and carbs, so I need carbs for energy. Also, another cool thing that I'm super excited about is I don't have the really bad number 2, okay? So like, if you've never taken Adderall before, maybe if you've taken pre-workout before, you know, like if anybody here, raise your hand if you've taken pre-workout, let me know down in the comments below, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You poop bad. It's like it's really quickly too. It's like maybe 30 minutes to 20 minutes after taking pre-workout or after taking Adderall IR or an Adderall dosage that's too high for you, you will poop. Like, it's like a laxative. It's like you take a laxative, pretty much. And I've honestly have not experienced that. I experienced it one time, I think the first day that I took it. Like, I've had solid number 2s for the extent of my experiment so far. So that's actually really nice. He's a good boy. Oh, I know. So cute. Okay. I was originally going to end it right there, but I figured why not give you guys one more day of input. So today is Thursday. It's been almost a week, shy of 2 days, taking Adderall XR every single day in the morning. Some days I have been a little bit tired when I get home from work, but it's been nothing like the irritability that I was experiencing when I was taking IR. The crash from that, or the come down from that as they might call it, was really bad. It's also so much smoother. Like, I don't feel it overtaking my body. When I come off of it, I can barely notice. Like, it's just so much smoother. And it's really, honestly, like, I think it's worth the extra money. My appetite was a little bit smaller today. I mean, I'm kind of hungry right now, so I think I'm gonna go eat some cottage cheese after this. But it's definitely not near as suppressed as it was before. So all in all, I think that for now, this is gonna work for me. The symptoms aren't crazy. They're not as crazy as they were on IR, definitely by far. So with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. If you have any questions at all whatsoever, feel free to leave those down in the description box below. If there's anything else that you would like me to talk about, or maybe if a question comes up a lot that you want me to answer, I might answer it in a video for you guys. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't always just talk about things around ADHD. I would like to talk about other things that interest me, but for now, that's what I know most about, so that's what I'm going to talk about. Well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Potato chips, how my mouth does rip potato chips. Oh, drip, 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 crunch, crunch. I don't want no lunch, all I want is potato chips. Potato chips, how my mouth does rip potato chips. Oh, drip, 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 crunch, crunch. I don't want no lunch, all I want is potato chips.